I want to welcome everyone back to another episode of the Generation Investors Podcast. And as we start week 2 of 2026, that's right, the momentum continues on. And I hope you're excited, because I'm excited, because this year, I believe fireworks, explosions, I'm talking collaborations. There is so many things I believe God is preparing us for and preparing you for as well. In today's segment, if you ain't been paying attention, but crypto, that's right, crypto is starting to really wake up. And I'm going to talk a little about crypto, as well as this number one stock that I believe will skyrocket by the end of this year, and what's going on with this stock, as well as, and you already know how I got to leave you with some gems. I'm talking about, I got to leave you with some tips that will keep you motivated, will keep you inspired. And without further ado, we waste no time. Let's talk about XRP. That's right, XRP. You cannot forget about XRP. I haven't forgot about XRP. I'm excited actually for XRP, because I believe this year, we're going to see some explosion. We're going to see some ascension. We're going to see some acceleration. Now, I'm not going to state where I think this could go as far as price predictions, but I'm going to leave you with some of these analysts of what they're saying. And remember, do your due diligence. I've had some conversations with some family and friends over the weekend, and we talk really life. We talk stocks, we talk crypto, we talk everything investing, we talk about sports. And what I've come to we came to agreement that you always have to do your research. You always have to do your due diligence. And so that's why I implore you, remember, do what's best for you when it comes to crypto or any stock, any asset. So XRP ETF inflows has created major liquidity, as this year has crept up on us. Liquidity started to really push out as the ETFs came out in November and December, and more going to come out this year. So we just getting started. Liquidity. And you say, Coach Flo, what is liquidity? I'm glad you asked. Liquidity, the money is starting to flow into these ETFs. It's starting to flow into XRP. Okay. Another thing that XRP has been slowly doing, Coinbase data shows fresh money, like I've just said, is starting to flow into XRP. XRP has so much backing behind it. I've said that this is the banking's coin. This is the banking's coin. This is that digital asset that makes transactions move quick. It's quicker than any other transaction, and they know it. And that's why they've been manipulating the price. They've been moving it up, they've been moving it down, but whether it moves up and down, I continue to buy, and I know they're buying as well. And I'm talking about, when I say they're, I'm talking about the institutions. These banking institutions, the Chase, the JP Morgans, the Bank of America's, the Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, all these different institutions been buying this particular asset. And like them, I'm doing what the smart money do. The smart money is buying at small intervals, at big intervals, low prices, high prices. It don't matter. They're buying. And I hopefully that you are buying XRP, because it has a lot of potential, has a lot of usage. Another thing that XRP is doing is price rises even as some of the funds exit. So some people are selling or shorting, they call it. Shorting, some of they taking profits, but either way, they rinse and repeating. They're not selling a bulk load. They selling, depending on how much they have in this, they selling some based off of the prices that they see. Okay, the prices. So let's say if you got in this thing when it was like 15 cents, if you got in this thing when it was 25 cents, 50 cents, okay, when this thing was below $1, and we're talking about years and years ago, these are people who are selling when this thing maybe shoots up, 5 cents, maybe shoots up 2 cents. It might shoots up, let's say if it's sitting at 187, it moves up to 190. Okay, and I'm talking about $1.90. Okay, you have accumulated a lot of XRP, so you can sell, but they still buying back in. So, and then with the price moves, with all this news that's been going on quietly, because it's been going quietly, price moves above the $2 level. So with liquidity going back into XRP and being pushed in with these ETFs, definitely XRP over time, I believe by the end of this year, we're going to be looking at could be a $5 to $6 XRP. The analysts are saying could be $8 to $10 XRP. We just have to wait and see. And speaking of more crypto news, Bitcoin, happy birthday, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's birthday was January 3rd, which at the time of recording was yesterday, and it turned 17 years old. Bitcoin is looking to go to the next level, goes to the moon. I believe Bitcoin, and doing my research, they're saying Bitcoin by the end of this year could go to either another all-time high between 150 to 200K. Okay, so we just have to wait and see, but Bitcoin will be on the move by the end of this year. And the next one that I continue to add to my portfolio is Ethereum. Buy and hold, just like Bitcoin, just like XRP. This one right here is predicted to go 10 to 20K by the end of this year. And with upgrades, they have some upgrades. They are slanted to push out early 2026, but you just never know with crypto. You just never know with these developers. You just may have some delays, but I keep you updated because I'm buying and holding all three because I want to be diversified, just like I'm in stocks. Also, diversification is key in crypto. Don't put all your money into Bitcoin. Don't put all your money into Ethereum, and definitely put all your money into XRP. You can have all three because I'm looking to become wealthy in all three by fractional buys. Just like fractional shares, we are fractional buys on these hot crypto. And if you stay tuned towards this portion, AMD, yes, AMD, just like Nvidia, AMD, analysts are predicting that this can shoot to 282. Yes, 282 by the end of this year. We have to wait and see, but they have a 2026. It's called you can Google this, CES 2026. This is where the keynote speaker, which is the CEO of AMD, Lisa Su, the focus for this major event is focusing on delivering future AI solutions. So they are looking for either some news on new products, roadmaps, partnerships, any catalyst that's going to be good for this company. AMD will shoot. And when that shoots, it's going to correlate and spill over into Nvidia, because Nvidia is supposed to be speaking, or I should say the CEO of Nvidia is supposed to be speaking before the CEO for AMD. So both of these plays, I will keep you updated because I'm excited for these two. Long term, definitely continue to DCA in these plays. Definitely, I see these things taking us where? To the moon and going to the promised land with it. We are going. Hopefully you're going. Let me know if you got some AMD. Let me know if you got some XRP, Nvidia, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And my theme for this year, when it comes to assets and investing and becoming financially free, is type in new money. That's right. Type new money below if you're looking to get this new money, because speaking of new money, it talks about the time to create new money, because this is my portion where I want to encourage each and every person sounding my voice. Time to create new money. How we going to create new money is by investing consistently, taking our tax refunds, taking our rebates, promotions, taking increases. If you got a new position in your job or you went switch over to a new field, if you tired of that old money, it's time to create some new money. I believe this is the year God is saying the greatest transfer of wealth. It started in 2020, but this is the second wave of 2026. It was a little of 2025, a little of 2024, but 2026, it's time to create some new money. And I believe God has saying, if you want the greatest transfer wealth or take part of this, we got to change up our mindsets. We got to change up our habits. We got to change up how we go about spending money and just making frivolous purchases, doing goofy stuff with our money. The time is time out for all that. If you getting a tax refund, you got an increase. If you are making a higher salary, you got a side hustle, you got a business, you got extra streams of income. It is time to create some new money. So I really implore you, evaluate, assess. If you need to cut back, if you need to sell something, budget, whatever you need to do, but new money is being created. So if you have enjoyed this episode, smash that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I see you in the next one.